Moving on. President's report. Now it's my turn to respond. First of all, I want everybody to be very clear. Again, a month ago, we gave a summary of what's in the report. Okay? We didn't hide anything in terms of what I released in my statement a month ago. There's nothing hidden. Okay? It's what I stated a month ago summarized what's in that report. Now, it might disappoint some of you out there what I'm going to say right now. That report comes nowhere near making any recommendation when it comes to individual personnel in the police department. None. Okay? It doesn't say this person or that person should be terminated, or this person or that person should be disciplined in any way. It does not. Okay? So please get that out there in your social media world, which is something else I have a comment about. Get that out there. And I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't be lying to you about that, because this board, this township, they may decide to release the report, or the Court of Common Pleas may make a decision that the report should be released. And so be it. So be it. The report does not come anywhere near recommending any type of disciplinary action against an individual, any type of employment decision on any individual. What it does is what was summarized a month ago. It says there are problems in the police department, and the police department needs to fix them. All right? And this board is well aware of it, and that is why this board decided to hire the consultant, in order for him to look at things from a third-party objective view and to come to us, the board, which is our responsibility by law, okay? It's our responsibility to make sure that everything in this township is operating properly, that people's jobs are being done and being performed, that the department heads are managing the departments effectively. That's our job. I don't look at this any differently right now than this board or the manager or whoever is designated by this board to go into collective bargaining when it comes time for contract negotiations. It's no different, folks. It isn't. And the public is not involved in that. Okay? That's why we're elected here. The people elect us to do those things, to make sure that we're getting the best bang for our buck, to make sure that, okay, the employees are happy with what they're being paid, okay, what their compensation is, and by the same token, that this board is confident and comfortable that what we're bargaining for is reasonable, to the extent that the taxpayers have to pay, ultimately, what's in those benefits that come out of that collective bargaining. It's no different. It isn't. And the public isn't involved in that. All right? They aren't involved in it. Again, the report does not make any recommendation. Far from it. It makes no recommendation on any individual, their employment status, or otherwise. It gives us an idea of what needs to be done. Now, what's being done? Many things. This board is directed that the police department, police union, start working together regularly to start addressing the issues based on the third-party recommendation. Okay? That's what is being done right now. And finally, I'm As a lawyer, I'm very disappointed, and I look at things differently. I'm disappointed how this is all panned out in the past few months, more so in the past month. We made an offer for individuals to read it under certain circumstances. That offer was rejected. Now, instead of, when I'm bargaining in my profession with sides, instead of picking up the phone or responding individually to Mr. Murray or to the manager otherwise, what happened? It went on social media. It went on social media. That's ridiculous. That's absurd. Mr. You had your time. You can speak at the end of the meeting, Mr. Colucci. It's my time now. That's ridiculous to go on social media like that. Okay. Now you can go ahead, continue. Go ahead and spread it and spread all the rumors and everything. I don't, it doesn't bother me personally because number one, I've had not one phone call, not one email, not one face-to-face confrontation with a constituent about this issue. Not one. Not one. And number two, I'm done. 2.5 years. This is my last term. I'm going to work as hard as I can. As hard as I can. Yeah, go ahead and clap. Go ahead and clap. Keep clapping. You can go ahead and keep clapping about that. I don't really care. Like I said, I put it'll be 24 years that I put into this. But I'm going to work my hardest to make sure that we do and correct or get these things straightened out, because that's my job. And that's what I'm committed to. I'm committed to it. I'm going to make sure. I don't care if you don't like me and you don't like my position on this. That's fine. You have every right to do that. I know my constituents in my ward, I haven't had one inquiry about this. Yeah, it's been all over social media. Sure. Sure, it's been all over social media. That's ridiculous. Let's be professional about this. Let's be professional, okay? And try and talk civilly to one another about it. All right? Instead of jumping to social media. And quite frankly, I don't know. As I said, I don't know. This board could decide to release it, or the judge may decide to release it. But here's one of my biggest concern about it is that report. As I've said and summarized what's in it. My concern is because everybody races to social media and spreads rumors and spreads misinformation, like it's cost $40,000. No, it did not cost $40,000. Post-Gazette, it cost $31,800. Okay, that's how much it cost. That's erroneous. And the other misinformation out there. But that's my concern too, is that people take these things and they just decide what they want to read in it, and they just post it on social media. And there's misinformation flying everywhere. What good does that do any of us? Any of us, when we are trying to solve a problem? What good does it do? What good does misinformation do when we are trying to solve a problem? It doesn't. It does not do any good to spread that misinformation. What does good is if people cooperate, people are civil. If something's offered, if you don't like it, pick up the phone, maybe make a counteroffer, or say, why can't we do this? Be civil about it. But we're not going to get anywhere on this if we keep on spreading misinformation instead of focusing on what the goal is. The goal is to fix the problems in the police department. It's not to spread misinformation. It's not to point fingers and point blame at anybody. It's to fix the problem we have. We've been elected to do it. I'm committed to doing it, and I know this board is committed to doing it. And we are doing it. It is being done. If you don't like it, sure, go to the polls. That's when you have your opportunity to make your decision about what this board is doing. But I am confident that this board is doing everything that needs to be done based on the recommendations given. And I once again have to stress, there's nothing in that report that's a smoking gun. There's nothing that says any individual or says nothing about the employment status or otherwise of any individual in the Ross Police Department. It says, here's the problems, get to work, fix them. And that's what we are going to do. That's what we are doing, and that's what we are going to do. We want it fixed. We're going to fix it. We can't operate in an environment of misinformation and an environment of back and forth. What are you hiding? Back and forth. Folks, it's the summary I gave. It is what it is in the summary that I gave a month ago to the public right in this room. Yeah, we have problems down there. We know it. We're disappointed in it. Yeah, it doesn't look good for Ross Township, but we're working on it and we're going to get it done.